I think they win in the end of a score of 23-20. Patriots have the... Yep, welcome to your second edition now of NATORS I.G.S. Identical game scores. Predicted the Panthers winning at home of a score of 23-20 over the Buccaneers. Let's see how they got that done. All right, so looking at the stats here, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Buccaneers were 2 for 3 in red zone trips, and the Panthers were 1 of 2. I mentioned last week and during Nader's Week 16 breakdown that the team that committed the fewest penalties would have a better chance to win. Now, I thought the Bucs were a decent road team most of the year, and they didn't have the worst time establishing their running unit. But Baker Mayfield was pressured a lot by this pass rush of the Panthers, which we mentioned. The Panthers had to stop the run of the Buccaneers. But the pace of this game with the Buccaneers controlling the ball for 34 minutes to the Panthers 25.5. The Buccaneers actually controlled most of the chips in this game. However, 8 penalties compared to the Panthers' 5 hurt them in the end. I also predicted that that was the team that committed the more penalties, which was the Bucs. On that last drive to come back to tie the game, Mayfield, it seems like there was a miscommunication. He was just stepping up in the pocket, fired a throw, got intercepted, and it was intended for Mike Evans. It looks like Evans didn't see. He was trying to stop in the route instead of like mirroring the quarterback, so he ended up throwing an interception there. Pretty good game, a pretty great bounce back game for the Panthers, as they still have to play the Bucs one more time. The division is not sealed. The field goal to put them up 3 points came in the middle of the fourth, so they had to make sure there was still 2 minutes left on the clock. They got that field goal up. Pretty decent job on third downs too, compared to the Buccaneers for most of the game. Pretty even across the board, but they needed a little bit more from their quarterback, as they only possessed the ball for 25.5 minutes for the game. So Bryce Young definitely stepped up, delivered some throws. Very nice throw to Jalen Coker. Big third down conversion in the fourth quarter there. Tedero McMillan says he wants to be known formally as T-Mac. And I don't blame him. Obviously, he is a rising star and the right pick that the Panthers made early in the year. Still going to have to play the Bucs again. The division is not won. The Panthers are set to play the Seahawks this coming week, and the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers. I forgot who they play. I think that yes, the Buccaneers will end up playing the Dolphins in Week 17. So they have a chance to. Both these teams will likely be playing for the division crown in Week 18. So we will discuss that. But as for now, Nader's identical game score. That's the second one. You guys have been following. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna keep doing this. I think a lot of these games will come down to division games. Definitely teams that know each other very well. It's very interesting to see. Also to mention the rookie receiver matchup here was Tedero McMillan against Emeka Egbuka. As we know, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin are more so getting on the way out for the Buccaneers. We'll see what the Buccaneers decide to do in the offseason, but Emeka Egbuka had only 1 catch for 40 yards. Speaks on that vaunted Carolina pass defense, which obviously if they could stop the run, the pass defense would have to be pretty locked in. And they only gave up 1 receiving touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown to Sean Tucker, 1 receiving to Mike Evans, and pretty much held Emeka Egbuka, the young rookie receiver for the Bucs, in check, as he only had 1 catch for 40 yards. Ended up and got won the turnover battle 1-0 by intercepting Baker Mayfield, as mentioned. So, all right, without further ado, guys, that was Nader's second edition of I.G.S. Hopefully, we might have another one before the season ends, as we will cover the playoffs when that starts. But until then, catch you guys in a couple of days on Nader's Week 17 game picks.